Like, you're having a hard time believing that I'm in a relationship. I have no problem believing that you're single. Right, so I got a story time about what is probably the weirdest dude I have ever met. And that is saying something, because, you know, like, I'm a woman, and meeting weirdos is kind of what we do. So I was at what is possibly the only festival that I am going to do this summer because I'm broke. And I was waiting in front of the stage to see the band I most wanted to see that weekend, which was industrial metal band Shargot. Because industrial metal seems to be a theme right now. When this dude comes up to me and is like, oh, could you explain to me what the next band is about, because I don't normally listen to metal, I'm here with a friend, I don't know anything about this music genre, can you please just help me out here? So I started explaining what the band was about, what the themes were, and blah 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 blah, and he was like, do you, like, really like this stuff? Like, genuinely? Like, I'm standing right in front of the stage, waiting for the band to begin, and you're seriously asking me if I like this band? Like, yeah, this is the band I'm basically here to see.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
And he was like, yeah, it's shit, isn't it? Like, this is shit. My dude, you're allowed to not like stuff. I get it. Metal music's a bit weird. It's a bit of a weird genre. Like, I get it. Like, not everybody is gonna like it, and that's fine. You're allowed to say that you don't like it. You're allowed to say that it's shit. You're allowed to say that it sucks. But there's a difference between that and just being an asshole. Like, if you are at a metal show and you are talking to a fan who is specifically and very passionately explaining to you what the next band is gonna be, don't be an asshole. Like, time and place. Yeah. Then he started complaining about how long it was, like, between each band. There was like half an hour, which is not much. Like, honestly, if you're used to going to music festivals, half an hour to set everything up, especially a band like Shargot, where there's a lot of stuff to set up. Like, they're one of those bands. Now, I should have stopped talking to him at this point. Like, I should have just been like, okay, I don't want to talk to you, this is just no, but I kept on doing it because I'm an idiot. So I asked him, well, what type of music do you normally listen to? And he said, Mylène Farmer. Oh, really? Well, it just so happens that you are now talking to specifically the right person. So we started talking about Mylène Farmer, about the most recent album, about the most recent show, about the sociological study that has just been released about her. So I started explaining to him how the themes in Mylène Farmer songs are also ones that are used a lot in metal music. Edgar Allan Poe, Baudelaire, H.R. Giger, a lot of the stuff that she loves are also present in metal music. And then he was like, oh, you should give me your number, like, in case we want to go to see her shows, so we can, like, organise ourselves. And I was like, dude, I'm not single. Like, if you're after a romantic relationship like that, that's not gonna happen. Like, no. At which point, he looks me up and down and is like, you've got a boyfriend? Like, is it really that hard to believe? And again, I should have just ended it there. I should have just been like, that's it, I'm not talking to you anymore. But I am an idiot. But I am an idiot, and it just got worse from there on. So he starts asking me generic questions like, well, where do you work? Where does your boyfriend work? And I, like, at this point, I was, like, looking at my phone. I was like, I just leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you anymore. And then he asked me if my boyfriend and me have kids. And I said no. And this is where it got even weirder. So he was like, why don't you have kids? And I said, well, because I don't want them. My boyfriend doesn't want them. We don't want kids, so we don't have kids. Like, that's it, end of. But he kept insisting. He was like, well, you should have kids. I'm sorry, like, what business is this of yours? Like, at your age, you should have kids. You should. Now, here's the thing. I've heard it before, like this whole thing of like, well, women were put in this world to have kids and raise kids, and women are essentially baby dispensers. I have heard all of this before. But he said something after this that was new on me. Like this was a new one. I'd never heard this before. He said, but your salary is for your children. Like, what? Dude, my salary is for me. Like, you know, buying essential things like electricity bills, food, water, clothes, or just things that I want, like tickets to a music festival. Like, you're having a hard time believing that I'm in a relationship. I have no problem believing that you're single. But he was not having it. He was like, well, no, you're a woman. You know, women want children. Dude, I don't want kids. I don't even like kids. And in the eternal words of Elsa, let it go. But he just kept on. He was like, well, that is really weird for a woman to not like kids. What, have you ever actually been outside and spoken to an actual woman? Like, where did you come from? This dude wasn't young. Like, I'm in my mid-30s. He was, like, at least he looked to be the same age as me. So, like, have you just been living in a cave for your whole life? Is this, like, the first time you've gone outside? Like, what? And then I just snapped and said, look, it's my choice. Okay, if I don't want kids, it is my choice. You don't get to tell me what to do. And he was like, yeah, I guess it is. I guess, yeah, it is your choice. And there was another thing that this guy did, which there is a specific category of human being that does this. And this is not gender specific. It's not just men. I have met women who do this as well. And if you are one of these people, please don't do this. Please. That is the type of person who cannot seem to hold a conversation with somebody without putting their hands all over them.
Why would you do that?
So he had his hands like all over my shoulders. I don't like being touched. I do not like being touched. I don't like touching people. I don't even like being close to people. Like, keep away. Personal space was not a concept that seemed to exist in this man's world. So at this point, I just turned my back on him and I was twiddling on my phone, but he still had his hands on me. He was like trying to yank me round.
Absolutely not.
Like, what is actually wrong with you? So he kept trying to yank me round and I was still like turning away from him. I had my back to him and eventually he gave up. He just stopped. And again, I should never have engaged this dude in conversation. Like, I should have just walked away. I should have just told him that I didn't want to talk to him. But it didn't end there. It got, like, even weirder. So at this point, 3 guys came up behind us, and I don't know if he knew these guys, like if he'd spoken to them earlier on in the daytime. I definitely didn't know them. He goes up to them and he introduces me as his friend. I'm from France, by the way. He used the French word copine, which can either mean female friend or girlfriend. Did not appreciate that. And why the hell he was, like, introducing me to these 3 random dudes, like... And then he started just telling them stuff about me, like, this is my new friend, and she doesn't want kids, which is really weird because she's a woman, and she says she doesn't even like kids. Which, but then she said it was her choice, and I guess she was right. Yeah, I guess, I guess it is her choice. Dude, in what world do you think it's okay to go and just spread information about me to 3 random strangers?
What the f*** is wrong with the world?
These dudes looked genuinely weirded out by this. They were, like, just staring at him like, what? But it didn't end there. It didn't end there. So as I said, I had my back to him and I was just trying to angle myself away from him as much as possible. So what does he do? He comes up behind me, and as if, like, getting his paws all over me wasn't bad enough, he just embraces me from behind really tight. And he was like, I'm leaving now, give me a kiss, give me a kiss. I had to physically shove him away from me. Please don't do this. Just please. Life is hard enough as it is. Like, we have enough things to deal with. Please don't make it worse, please. I am guessing that this guy had done this type of thing before. Like, the way he was so confident about it, like putting his hands on me, talking to me with so much confidence, like, you should have kids. I am guessing that he has done this before and that nobody had challenged him, and I guess you could say that I didn't challenge him either. I just want to assume the best of people, and like, that is what I do. So, and this, like, when you're a woman, this is what makes interacting with men so complicated, because it's not written on your foreheads if you're a weirdo. It's not written on your face. This type of behavior, not okay. If you have a friend who behaves this way, because this guy, like, he told me that he was here with a friend. Why the hell he wasn't with that friend at this point, I don't know. But, like, somebody in this world was willing to be friends with this man. If you have friends who behave this way, sit them down and tell them this is not okay. And the thing is, I actually saw him the next day. He didn't see me because as soon as I saw him, I just beelined. But I saw him and he genuinely, like, was going up to somebody that he seemed to know quite well. He was like, oh, there you are, I'd lost you. Why would anyone want to be friends with someone like this is kind of beyond me, but we live in a strange world. So, moral of this story. Please don't be an asshole. Like, if you are going to go into a place where a specific demographic of people are present, please don't be an asshole towards them. Like, dude, you don't want to be here. Nobody's forcing you. Like, doors over there. Please don't touch people. Unless it is specifically your job to touch people, don't. Just don't touch people. Please don't tell people what to do, like what life choices to make. It is none of your business what people choose to do with their lives or with their bodies. So yeah, that was one of the weirdest dudes I have ever come across. And it's not gonna be the last. It's not the weirdos. They're still good. I am a magnet for weirdos. I don't know what it is about me, but they really like me for some reason. If you have any weirdo stories that you would like to share with the world, then don't hesitate to leave them in the comments section. This is a safe place. If you need to vent, just put it in the comment section. And on to that note, thank you for listening to my rant. I needed to get this out of my system. Don't be weird to people. Please, just be nice to everyone. It sounds easy, but it shouldn't be that difficult, but yeah. And on that note, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.